Good morning. How's everybody doing? I'm very thrilled to be up here today. Happy that you all could join us today. Today I want to talk about progress a little bit. How do you define progress? The dictionary defines it as an expedition or a journey through a region. An onward movement to a goal. A gradual betterment. Are you seeing progress in your company? What's next for you? At Ingram Micro, we've seen a lot of progress, and we continue to see progress. We did a recent survey with our TrustX and SMB members, and we found that 76% of them said that IoT and edge computing will be a key driver for them by 2022. Oh, we got time for that, don't we? But I'm sure you also know it takes, on average, about 2 years to build a practice from scratch. Have you started? We can help. A little bit more about the progress that we've seen at Ingram Micro since forming our dedicated IoT group. As Ben mentioned, we have over 30 vendor partners that we're working with, many of which are here today. We have over 30 end-to-end solutions. We just rolled out 6 new smart city solutions powered by Cisco. We've expanded our IoT University program to include a business certification course. And coming soon, that's going to include a security assessment course as well. Internally at Ingram Micro, we developed our own e-learning course so that now, when you call into Ingram Micro, there'll be 1,200 sales associates who can speak effectively to IoT and leverage my team. My team has also seen progress. We've added dedicated resources to support our HoloLens initiative. We have more vendor business managers to support our growing list of vendors that we're partnering with. We have more field resources to be with you out there, working on your IoT projects with your customers, so you're not alone. We have dedicated technical consultants, and we're bringing on more that are specialized in IoT. We've also expanded upon and continue to evolve our Practice Builder program. In addition to that, if you're not digitally transforming internally, then how are you going to get your partners and your customers to do it? So at Ingram Micro, we've started to deploy and leverage AI in our own logistics and warehouse operations. Just this week alone, I saw on LinkedIn, we deployed out robotic carts in our Lexington, Kentucky facility that automatically drive themselves around throughout the pick, pack, and ship process. We've even deployed wireless charging stations across many of our campuses. And finally, thanks to everybody in this room, partners like yourself, we were just named Gold Winner for Best IoT Offerings by Channel Pro Network. Thank you to every one of you in this room for putting your trust in us to be the leader in this space. We're seeing progress, but we're just getting started. When I think about the potential of IoT, I think about Moore's Law and the back half of the chessboard. Anybody familiar with the invention of chess? Well, the story goes, the man who invented it went to the Emperor of India to present the game to him. It was billed as a game of skill, requiring great strategy to overcome your opponent. Now, the Emperor was so impressed, he said, "Name your reward." The inventor said, "Sir, I am just a humble man. I don't require much. I just ask that I can feed my family. So if you would, I would like a single grain of rice be placed on the first square of the chessboard, and then 2 grains of rice be placed on the second square of the chessboard, and then 4 grains on the third, and so on, doubling each time." Now, the Emperor, he was just like me. He was terrible at math. So, without questioning, he said, "Make it so." Come to find out, it's a lot of freaking rice. Now, when I first heard this story, I was so intrigued by it, I had to figure out how much rice it would actually be if all 64 squares were accounted for. So, because I can't add, I created a spreadsheet that did it for me. And I calculated how many grains of rice it would be if all 64 squares were accounted for. And then I found out how much a single grain of rice weighed and converted that into pounds. Now, the front half of the chessboard is relatively modest in terms of growth. Nothing too special there. However, when you get to the halfway part, after the 32nd square, it ends up being about 137 tons of rice. I don't know how big this guy's family is, but I'm pretty sure that alone would have fed them for a couple of lifetimes. Anybody want to take a guess about how many pounds of rice it would be if all 64 squares were filled? Throw a number out there, anybody. 1 billion? Actually ends up being almost 600 billion tons of rice. 1 quadrillion pounds. 534 quadrillion grams of rice. Or my favorite, almost 19 quintillion grains of rice. That would take us over 930 years for the world to produce that much rice at our current production rates. That's just crazy to me. With IoT, I view the opportunity very similar. We're not even into the second half of the chessboard yet with IoT. This growth that we're seeing is unlike anything that we've seen before in the technology space. So how do you keep up with all of it? Everything's changing so fast, it can be hard to try to keep up with all of these changes. What happens if one of your customers needs something so specific that there's no design for it? Or the use case is so exact that the sensor has not even been built yet? Well, today, we are able to help you go on site and custom design sensors for any specific solution that exists out there today. How are we able to do that? Through our brand new strategic relationship with Core Connect. With Core Connect, we are venturing into a new realm of IoT that allows us to say yes to every single opportunity that exists out there with you today.